Hey, are you watching the Weather Channel? Glued to your favorite storm report app? When storm season kicks off, you have some important decisions to make as an entrepreneur. Do you want to get in on this huge opportunity? To capitalize on this market, you must know the following things: when storms hit, how to scout them, how to select the right one to work, and how to mobilize your team. You'll also need to decide if you want to be a storm chaser or a storm catcher. A storm chaser is a contractor who researches storms across the country and will travel with their team, and sometimes the world, to open up new offices and new opportunities in storm markets. A storm catcher is a contractor who understands the insurance restoration model, but chooses to stay in home locations and waits until the storm hits near their locations, focusing on retail work between catastrophic events. Nothing wrong with either choice. I have been both, chasing storms and opening offices in 18 states and one as far away as Brisbane, Australia. So what if business at home is drying up or extremely slow, and that one storm hits that you really want to work, but it's a little too far from home? In that case, you're going to have to become a storm chaser. You will have no choice but to leave your city or state to chase that storm and seize the opportunity at hand. Not everyone has to be a storm chaser to work storms in the $100 billion insurance restoration industry. Some contractors like to sit back, focus on their home office, growing their brand and their long-term retail business, waiting for the next storm to hit their area. Nothing wrong with that. In parts of the United States, like in Tornado Alley, the Midwest, places like Texas and Colorado, storms will hit almost every year, guaranteeing a contractor a book of annual revenues. In either case, both the storm chaser and storm catcher need a specific set of tools to capitalize on this explosive market opportunity. My company, Storm Ventures Group, trains many retail contractors across North America and even some recently in Europe and Australia how to go after that insurance restoration work right in their backyard without ever chasing the storm. Contractors are beginning to realize that if they ignore this market, they are missing a huge opportunity and a new source of explosive revenue. They will also allow other out-of-state contractors to come in and eat their market share for breakfast and literally dominate their backyard. Storms and catastrophic events that may occur within 2 to 3 hours of your current office still are going to require a rather large undertaking and a system to mobilize your team and capture those millions in revenues. As the entrepreneur, your ability to scout storms, select the right storm and areas to work with your team is absolutely critical to your success in the industry. For many of you high-speed entrepreneurs, once you get a taste of that chaotic but explosive growth of revenues and profits right after a storm, it's going to be hard not to want more. Without a doubt, in the entire American economy, there is no windfall of revenues available quite like there is for a contractor or even a sales associate right after a new storm hits. Whether that storm hits your backyard, aka storm catcher, or you chase it elsewhere, aka storm chaser, you're going to have to learn how to scout and assess that storm in order to make those millions. You're also going to need a specific type of sales associates, key managers, and a sales training system which includes a unique set of contracts, forms, and documents in your company arsenal to capitalize on the $100 billion insurance restoration industry. So are you going to be a storm chaser or a storm catcher? In either case, to capitalize on this market, you need to know the following: when those storms hit, how to scout those storms, how to select the right storm, and how to mobilize your team. In the next chapter, we're going to discuss the classic storm chaser so you can begin to understand your competition.